Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for an experience like no other. Tune in every Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for The Mary D. Show, where the ordinary meets the extraordinary. The Mary D. Show brings you powerful insights and inspiring stories from a diverse range of guests. Join our incredible host, Mary D. Welch, as she sits down with thought leaders, business owners, and changemakers, sharing their journeys and successes. From career professionals and entrepreneurs to educators and beauty advisors, Mary D. Welch interviews sports figures and health enthusiasts, offering a platform for extraordinary voices. Explore the world of extraordinary people and places in business and finance, homes and real estate, beauty and wellness, education and empowerment, sports and health, and more. Want to be a guest on the show? Call 619-669-8603 or email Mary at marydwelch.com. Visit www.marydwelch.com to learn more.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mary D. Show. I can't believe it's been a week. It seems like it was just yesterday we had the show, and here we are another week later, so welcome back. I'd like to welcome to our live viewers. Hi, live viewers. Welcome our replay viewers. Hi, replay viewers. Replay viewers, you know, you mean a lot too. Many of you tell me you have the show on when you're folding clothes or coming home from work, and you just click and just listen in. And it does matter. So thank you. And thank you to all the subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed, just hit the subscribe button. What happens is you're notified anytime the show goes live. That's all it is. And it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. You can subscribe, you can like, and you can share. All of that. Free. Think about that. So it does matter. I'd like to thank our executive producer. Hi, babe. Those of you know Oliver Welch is in the background. He is the producer of the show. He makes sure everything is, clicking the way it should and everything is going well. And it really does matter. So I just want to thank you. And thank you for coming today. We have a special guest today, ladies and gentlemen. This lady, she is a phenomenal lady. And I always read the bio to you because I want you to know the quality of the people that come on the show. They are just outstanding. But before I do, I actually wanted to say something before I get in there, because we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 comments, and then I'll read the bio so I don't forget. And they are, the first one is Jazzy. Hi, Jazzy. She's our super fan. The second one is Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. And she says, love you lots, Mom. Have a great interview. So that's Darlene's daughter. And then we have Jazzy. Hi, Uncle Oliver. So that is Jazzy, is, as many of you know, is in Atlanta. And I laugh about that because, as you know, when you're on YouTube, you're really worldwide. You're not limited to any one area. It can go all over the world. It's no different, I tell people, than when Oprah Winfrey was on TV and she was worldwide. No different. Now anybody can be worldwide. So that's how the power of the social media, the power of the things that we can do now they're just phenomenal. So thank you. Now let me tell you about this phenomenal lady. Because I just am like, wow. And many of you some of you have recommended people for the show, sent me names in. You've been on the show. Thank you to all of you. Her name is Darlene Hurt. She's a managing director. I said financial expert, but she'll give you the lowdown on her actual expertise and her background. But she's a managing director level of operations of change and risk executive for 35 years of experience in the financial services banking industry. She has led first and second line risk and control programs, enterprise transformations, and bank integrations, managing portfolios up to 600 million and teams of more than 100. I don't even know how you could do all that. Darlene specializes in change and project management execution, Lean Six Sigma methodologies, risk control, self-assessments, RCSAs, quality control and QA testing, issues and incident remediation, audit, exam readiness, PMO governance, and building resilient control environments across banking and shared services. Most recently at Everbank, Darlene led first line defense, business process and controls, risk and control, and change management across bank deposits, commercial lending operations, and bank operations, and served as an operations workstream lead and program manager for a core banking conversion. At Bank of America, she directed 150 million plus customer online banking transformation, overseeing 50 plus projects implementation, best in class program, risk and control frameworks, and as a second line operational risk executive, completed 200 plus risk assessments across 500 plus change initiatives. I just alone, Darlene, I'm confused. I'm like, how does anyway? Earlier roles include enterprise, continuous improvement, leadership at Florida Blue, and program management for large scale conversions and leading operations at Bank One. Darlene holds an MBA from Indiana Wesleyan University, a BA in economics from Indiana University, and Lean Six Sigma Green Belt certification, including Black Belt training from the University of North Florida. Originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, she has lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Jacksonville, Florida, and now resides in the New York, New Jersey area. Ladies and gentlemen, I could welcome to the stage Darlene Hurt.
Hi.
Darlene,
Thank you.
I'm reading through that going, wow, just wow,
Thank you.
because I'm the temperament to deal with all of those things is, and then I just want you to know, Jazzy said, that's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Um,
I mean, and then a staff of 100.
yeah, when I worked at, well, in all of my different roles and positions, I've been in the financial services banking industry actually since college. Where I started off as a teller my senior year at Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana. And after I graduated, I just went straight into banking. So I've
Wow.
been doing banking for, 35 plus years.
Wow.
But with that being said, the largest team that I had in my organization that I was responsible for was about 125 individuals when I worked for Florida Blue in Jacksonville, Florida. Um, of which I probably had, in terms of direct managers, I
Mhm.
probably had about 7 or 8 direct managers, and then they had teams underneath them. So my organization was over 125 individuals, ranging from risk management, quality assurance, project management, um, those types of functions, associate
Right.
learning.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
I, because one
I don't know if it was me
thing, and
or
I
if
tell
you.
people this, when you're in
Mhm.
a leadership, so being in a parental role, that even your leadership team, they come to you as, I call it, as mama. Your
Yeah.
mama to they bring not only with their work issues, their personal issues to you.
Yeah.
So
I
that's why when I hear those numbers, I'm like, wow. Um,
Yeah, I've had over the years, I really consider my team and the people that I work with really my extended family.
yeah.
I, after decades of working with various individuals across the company,
Mhm.
years over years, they've become really close friends. But like, I
Mhm.
really do consider a lot of them very close personal friends and extended
Yeah.
family. Um,
Mhm.
so you do develop really close relationships, and
Mhm.
just like family, some days you get along, and then some days you don't. Or sometimes you may want to argue like siblings, but yeah. But it's, in some regards, I've been. Um, that's probably been one of the biggest things in my various leadership roles, is
Yeah.
that I've had really um, high esteem and high marks and high numbers in terms of just associate satisfaction and engagement survey results from my associates, because I do have a really close interpersonal relationship with them. And I think I act with a lot, I'm a steward leader.
Mhm.
I believe in that discipline of basically being a steward leader. You're a steward to your associates.
Right, right. Well, I know to that area, I mean, to be honest, I think as the level that you're the highest person I know in banking has been is in all that you've involved and still being involved in. Normally I know the teller. So
Hmm.
that's my first, line. But I really don't know that I know anyone higher than, what banking really is about. I think we're very is I'm speak for me. Everybody else may know, but it does so much in that environment.
Hmm.
I think we really understand what I know that loaning money to businesses or loaning money to buy homes. That's all I know. That's all. That's the only thing. That's my only interaction with it. But I know it's so much more to it than that.
Yeah, but there is, but um, you probably be surprised. You probably know a lot more than you're giving yourself credit for. So, on the personal consumer side,
Uh-huh.
you have your deposit products like your checking account, savings account,
Mm,
a certificate of deposit. You
yeah.
probably move money in terms of the move money types of transactions. You probably
Yes.
do bill pay, or you may use Zelle, or you might use your mobile deposit banking,
Mm-hmm.
or you may go into the actual branch or banking center to
Yeah.
transact. You might do wires. You might open up a trust account. You might try to get a credit card. You might try to get a consumer loan, an auto loan, a consumer credit card, a mortgage loan, all of the consumer type of loan products.
Right.
So, and whether you're a personal or whether you're a small business or a commercial client. So probably some of those products and services that I mentioned are probably
Mm,
things that you're familiar with.
right.
Um, and so in banking and in being in the financial services industry, I've had an opportunity to be in all of those types of different functions, not
Wow.
only in the banking center, but also
Mhm.
in operations, in technology, in the mortgage business. I've also been in risk. Um, I've had oversight over um, a lot of the enabling capabilities like associate readiness training, um, testing, change management, all of the strategic initiatives, change initiatives,
Mhm.
and risk management. And so when we talk about risk management, we
Mhm.
talk about primarily all of the operational types of risks, people risk, technology risk, fraud risk, credit risk, all of those things that come with doing business,
Right.
in your processes. But the other thing too is you can apply process and risk associated not just in banking, but really any industry,
Yeah.
any business process, anything. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere, and
Right.
that's why I love it. Um, you can, when actually, so I'm also Jasmine Hurt, who's my daughter. She was on the
Mhm.
show. I want to say what, about a month ago or so.
Awesome. Yeah.
But when she was she's my one and only child. And I remember one time I came to her school when she was in middle school, and how do you do a presentation about risk management to middle schoolers? And I used like something really simplistic that they would understand,
Right.
and did a fishbone diagram from Six Sigma and root cause analysis. And I just said, you can take a basic example of, why did this car get in an accident? Well, if you do root cause analysis, it could be determined that maybe their tire was worn and they had actually hit a pothole. Well, then why is that? Well, there was this, they had a really bad weather over the last year and over the winter
Mhm.
time, so that created chuck holes.
Right.
Okay, and then why wasn't the chuck hole repaired? So if you do root cause analysis and get to the root
Mm,
reason of why did that car actually get in a car accident,
right.
that's the same type of risk cause analysis that I do in banking that you could apply and do it in any example that you want to pick to
Wow.
kind of try to bring it to reality of how they could use it in everyday life. The
Right.
example of just even doing basic risk management, or understanding processes. Um, another example is going to a restaurant and
Uh-huh.
or or any service that you could see,
Right.
well, there's a better way to do this process, or how they're taking, or how they're taking orders, or how they're fulfilling orders, or how
Right.
you're getting any kind. You can apply really these disciplines to really any part of business is what I'm saying, whether it be
Wow.
personal or professional.
But then
So
at the same time, you're saying you have to get to the root.
right.
Of what is it has led to this? And when you
Yes.
get to that, now we can fix or make changes to it. So
Right.
we're going to get another outcome
That's
from it.
correct.
But at
That's
the same time,
exactly correct.
I don't think that's easy to do either. Because sometimes you don't know, what it is. You don't know. You just finding that out. What
Right.
is the root of it?
Right, and then sometimes you probably have heard the example where you're just putting a Band-Aid,
Yep,
slapping a Band-Aid on a problem.
I've heard
Well,
that.
my job is to try to hopefully get to the surgical answer as to what we need to fix. It's such that it stays fixed and remediated so it doesn't happen again.
Right,
Sometimes when you just treat the symptoms, you're not getting to the actual root cause of what's
right,
causing the problem or the failure or the issue or the
right.
incident or whatever is occurring. So
Okay.
that's, yeah, so you can apply that to really anything.
You can, and I'm listening to you, thinking of, I can think of some things I need to apply to. Just as you're going over, I'm like, there's definitely
Hmm.
some as you said, root cause analysis.
Right.
That's what it's called. I can definitely think of some
Hmm.
ideas in my mind of that are applicable to that
Right.
for sure, for sure.
Exactly.
So that
Yes.
was intriguing to you.
Um, it has, I've been very passionate about it for quite some time. And the
Yeah.
other thing I've been very passionate about is leading and driving change. I'm
Okay.
a change agent. So where a lot of people run away from the fire, I have a tendency to run into the burning building
Ooh.
to affect change in a positive manner. So sometimes I'd rather be a part of the change than have the change happen to you, oneself. And
Right.
so you can help to influence and be a ambassador of change. So
Right.
I have also had a number of positions where I have led a lot of large strategic transformational changes for the banks that I have worked for.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
as an example, I led the largest at the time online banking transformation at Bank of America when I worked with them for almost 10 years in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wow.
Um, and I've led a number of large strategic initiatives, projects, programs that have affected, change in a very positive manner. Have led a
Mhm.
number of conversions, bank conversions. Um,
Wow.
and then I've also helped to fix and remediate a lot of problems, a lot of
Okay.
issues.
Uh-huh.
So usually, if
Because yeah.
something bad happens or goes wrong, they
Mhm.
usually call me and ask me to help fix the problem.
Well, they could. I think, and I know this to be true, but it must be that you can see it. You have a better insight as to what's going on because a lot of times we're too close to it. We
Hmm.
can't see it because we're when it's right upon you, you just can't see the problem. But when somebody from the outside comes in, they can point it out right away, but they don't have an emotional connection to it either. I think sometimes when people have put things together, they don't want people to make a change or change is hard. I'll say that.
It
for
is hard. It can be.
um, for
But I
making
think I've been, excuse me, I think I've been successful because I can empathize.
okay.
And usually um, have rolled up my sleeve and helped be a part of that change to be in a positive manner.
Oh, really?
So,
Yeah, but I think as you were talking about online banking, I'm old enough to remember when banks opened at 9 in the morning. No, opened at, I think it was 10 to
mhm,
3. If I remember, bankers' hours were like 10 to 3. It was like you had a window, and that was it. There was no online banking. There was no
mhm,
ATM. It was none of that existed. That's how,
mhm.
I remember banking in those days. And so to see what it has become now,
Yeah,
uh, it's a different world.
yeah.
It's a
And
different world. We had to change, though.
mhm,
I
and
think
evolve. Yeah.
we have, and even before you could take a picture of your check
Oh,
and
yeah.
deposit it that way. I'm just like,
Like how
it's
much transformation that has created and the availability to have immediate access to your money
yeah,
by just taking versus by taking a picture of your check and it
yeah,
automatically being deposited into your
yeah,
account and then having those funds available like the next day versus you having to get in your car
yeah,
commute travel go to a brick and mortar
yeah,
financial center or branch
yeah.
and actually deposit your check and wait so it's transformational.
It
So
is.
has yeah, I mean, technology has transformed not just the banking industry, but obviously a lot, in terms of
Mhm.
life and cell phones. You basically carrying around a computer. So
Uh-huh.
you can transact and do your mobile banking online. You get alerts.
Yeah,
You get all those things. It's
yeah.
nice.
It's a different world. It's just I mean, I just every time I do something, I think about it. I actually think about what it used to be. I'm doing it present day, but I said, wasn't that long ago you couldn't do this.
That's true.
It seems like it was well for my children and grandchildren. They think it's always been like this, and I'm
Right.
like, no, it hasn't been. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it hasn't been like this. But I have a
Mhm.
comment from your daughter, and she says, "My mom is a boss." I'm like, Jasmine, I agree. I agree. And then here is Jazzy says, she goes, we are truly grateful for all that
Thank
you do to help us with our needs and keep it safe and protected from the wrong people in this world. Thank you,
that
Jazzy.
is thank you.
And I think
This
that's an ongoing thing because of
oh my gosh. It's terrible.
it
Um,
is.
I like I said, I've been in the financial services and banking industry since I was in my undergrad in college over 35 years. And but the amount of that's why it's so critical in this role, safety and soundness, trying to protect our clients and
Yes.
obviously shareholders and clients and customers and colleagues and from attacks and threats and cyber and phishing and smishing and you name
Yeah.
it, all of the things that try to um, it's just crazy. It's totally
It
a
seems
different
to me
environment
it's getting
from when I
worse.
started. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's like you guys always have to stay a step ahead
Right.
because once you figure out what they're doing, you have to keep going. I mean, because they're thinking of what you're doing.
Hmm.
It is a nightmare, and I've been unfortunately I've been through all that.
Yeah.
The attacks, the money, how they
Right.
I don't even know how they do what they do,
Yeah.
but it's amazing.
Yeah.
It is amazing what's out here. It is
Yeah.
just but
You just have to be uber careful and then, make sure you don't click on anything that doesn't look right in terms of emails, text messages, things of that nature, because people are trying to take your identity, your credentials, anything that they can do to get access to be able to, get into people's accounts and things of that nature. So,
yeah,
um, You have to be very cautious about all of those things. But I would say in my time now being with the bank, um, they have also have matured their processes and
Mhm.
capabilities and technology to
Right.
ward off those types of threats. To keep
Mhm.
clients and customers safe, safe
Oh
and
yeah.
sound in terms of that. So but it's a constant fight though.
I was just gonna say that battle never ends,
Mm-hmm.
because when I've been through that, the first thing the bank did was put the money back. That
Mm-hmm.
was the first thing they did. They didn't say, they didn't go through a long, anything
Yeah.
like that. They
Right.
put the money back, but they could see that it wasn't me. I some kind
Right.
of way through their system, I guess you could
Mm-hmm.
see that it had been some kind of attack or so. I don't honestly
Mm-hmm.
know how it went, but they still did not give me a hard time about it. That was
Good.
what I appreciate more than anything else. Was
Good.
like, I didn't do anything. Somebody got the money. How did they get it? I have no clue. But I think your systems can see it. I don't know. Once I
Well,
went
it
through
just depends on what kind of how what type of incident
transaction.
occurred. But yeah, but they
Hmm.
have detection, software
Yes.
detection, all kinds of different things, and that they can detect nefarious things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad that like I said, when I went through it, the system caught it and made the correction, and then they sent me out a new card, and I think I got the new
Hmm.
card the next day or the following. It was everything was really fast. It
Yeah.
was not. I didn't have to wait a long time. So
Hmm.
I actually was thinking, boy, this is. I'm glad that they did everything. It
Hmm.
wasn't. I have to wait a week or 2 weeks. It wasn't like that.
Hmm.
So I
Right.
have to plot the blanks on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
On how
Good.
things have really moved
Hmm.
faster. But I've been told it's every second of every single day somebody's trying to get into somebody's
Hmm. Hmm.
every day. So it's a constant battle for you guys.
Hmm. Yes.
Wow, 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 wow. And you have to have good cyber people,
Hmm.
your staff
Yeah,
against them. Yeah,
they
because I
do.
can imagine. Because
Hmm.
I know someone was recently talking about that, about how you have to be so diligent. Like you said, don't click on anything, don't do anything. And even though we do that, sometimes I think it looks like a real email. It looks
Yeah.
like all those things happen. So you don't really know what's real and what isn't almost.
Sometimes that's true, but you just have to be really diligent and when in doubt, pick up the phone and contact the bank directly, not off of what may be in the email and inquire
Right.
versus just clicking on something that could potentially be trying to get your credentials and your information.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I see. Hold on. I see a couple more comments here. I want to make sure I get those in. One is from our executive producer, but Jazzy says, oh, no, that was it. I've got the right one. So here's Oliver. Want to make sure he has his comment. Oliver says, hi, Darlene, and welcome to the show.
Mhm.
We thank you for
Thank you.
blessing us with your vast knowledge in the financial world. Also, thanks to our repeated followers and our new ones. All right,
Nice.
executive producer Oliver.
Thank you.
I tell you, he's there. People like he comes at Christmas time. You guys get to meet.
That's
He comes.
nice.
That's his Christmas gift. I guess everybody gets to meet Oliver at Christmas time.
Mm.
But I know, in addition to everything you've done in banking, you are is it
Momager,
momager,
momager. Yeah, I would
because
say.
your daughter's an actress and an excellent actress. Now, I think you were telling me she sings, acts, and dance. Is she a triple threat?
She can't passionately move.
Okay.
She's primarily acting is
Okay.
her
It's a,
primary
okay.
expertise, and then she can also sing.
All
And she
right.
plays a little bit of guitar, but her primary thing is acting.
All right. And I was
Yes.
sharing with you that in itself is. And then how many auditions has she been on?
We're up to 117
And I
since
think
she graduated. Yes.
I think just that alone is a book.
It is. It is. I'm gonna have to talk to you about us. We're definitely wanting to do a book. I think it's uh, just in terms of perhaps like a playbook for other up and coming or inspiring actors, whether it be, they're matriculating through, school and kind of getting a sense of how things are after they graduate and the
Right.
process and just kind of how her journey has gone so far. I think
Yeah.
it definitely would be a great read. But she definitely has just, I think, continued to excel. And I would also say just continuous improvement. Even after graduating
Right.
just 2 years ago, she has continued to take lessons, acting lessons, master
Mhm.
classes,
Right.
coaching, um, voice lessons, all kinds of things of that nature. And just like, um, I think it's important just to always continuously sharpen your saw. I think,
Yeah.
one of Stephen Covey's 7 habits of highly effective people is sharpening the saw and always continuing to learn. So
Yeah.
I think especially in that profession, just continuously um, focusing on improving your game to the next level is important. So, yeah.
I
So I
think
do that, and then I didn't put it in my bio, and I don't know why I didn't, since it was probably more of a work bio. But I'm also a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated as well. So I've been a
correct. No, you
I
did. I didn't read that paragraph. I'm
oh,
sorry.
okay. No, that's okay. I thought I did, but I was like,
You
well, maybe I
did. You did. I
didn't.
was going to get to
Um,
that.
oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Now, okay, what level are you in deltas? You've been how
Well,
long? How many years?
Well, I've been a Delta since I was in undergrad. I pledged at Indiana University
Okay.
my
Okay.
sophomore year in college. So I've been a Delta. We're actually planning our 40th anniversary is next year. My
Wow.
line sisters and I. So
Now,
it'll
what
be
number are
40.
you on your line? What number
I'm
are you?
number 4
Okay.
of 10.
All
Mhm.
right. And all of you, and so the plan is for all to get to do a big celebration.
Yes, all of us coming together. Um, with the exception of we did lose one of our line sisters gosh not last year but the year before that she
Um,
passed away. She had breast cancer.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay.
Mhm.
Well, thank
I
you though.
know.
Yeah.
That's you're like the third person I've heard in this past week that lost
Hmm.
someone to breast cancer. And
Well, I also lost my sister.
oh, I
I'm
didn't
one of
know.
three. I'm one of three girls.
Right.
I'm the middle child, but my older sister, we are only 15 months apart in age, and she passed away last year from breast
Yeah.
cancer too. So it's really close to my, close to my
Yeah.
heart,
Yes.
especially after losing my sister.
Yeah.
Definitely supportive of cancer research and
Mm.
fighting cancer.
Yes. Because I lost my mother due to breast cancer.
Hmm.
So it is,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
unfortunately,
Yeah,
thank you. And um, that's another whole story
yeah,
because
it is.
it's really definitely close, like you said, close to your heart.
Right.
And that for some reason, she did not want any medical interventions.
Mm,
So that was very hard to take.
yeah,
I knew it was her choice, but it was still hard to take. That was her.
yeah.
But I constantly go in for mammograms and those kind of things. In fact, they told me I don't have to come back for 2 or 3 years, and I'll be back next year. I'll put it like that
Hmm.
because I know I'd rather know than not know. It's
Sure.
simple. So yeah.
Yeah.
But good luck to your line on your 40th anniversary. I know that's
Next
gonna
year.
be
Yep.
exciting. Yeah,
Thank you.
for sure.
Yeah.
I know I've never pledged, but I meant it. But I did charter our National Council of Negro Women. We have a chart. I chartered the section here. We hadn't had one in, oh my God, I'm gonna say close to 40 years,
Wow.
and I didn't know why. And I thought,
Mhm.
wait a minute, shouldn't somebody? I know somebody else is coming up with this idea.
Mhm.
And my friend, very close friend, called the national headquarters, and they said, "You're the only person in Riverside County." I'm like, "You've got to be kidding," you know. So now we have a section.
Oh,
So
nice. That's
I'm very,
awesome.
yeah, I'm proud of that. And just to know that there are women that they're when they join, they're in agreement that we do need this here in our community.
Mhm.
So yeah. But I
That's
know quite a few
nice.
others too, quite a few AKAs too, quite a
Mhm.
few stigmas going down.
Yeah.
So I have nothing but respect for Greek
Oh,
organizations. You
thank
guys do a lot for the community. So
you. Yeah,
yeah, good
it's
for
been
you.
great.
Now,
Thank
did
you.
Jasmine, she pledged also?
No, she went to a conservatory
Oh,
arts performing college, and they
mhm.
don't have any Greek organizations.
Right.
It's a conservatory training for the arts.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay, I
So yeah.
understand. But I
I mean,
think
she
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 can.
could pledge graduate
She can.
chapter if she wanted to later down the line, if
Right.
But in terms of undergrad, no, they didn't have any
Yeah.
Greeks on the yard.
Yeah.
They were in conservatory training, so yeah.
It's very, I think, and this is definitely an opinion, doesn't have to be true, but I
Mhm.
think it's strong on the West Coast, but it's stronger on the East Coast. And
Mhm.
that's a personal observation of, and I can be wrong. So I don't want anybody, Greeks, don't be writing me telling me.
Well, that's probably an accurate. If I had to also, I mean, Delta Sigma Theta was founded at Howard University
Right. Hmm.
in 1913. So, and some of your predominantly Black
Hmm.
Greek organizations were founded, like for example, Kappa Alpha Psi was founded at Indiana University,
Hmm.
in Bloomington, Indiana, which is where I went to school. So when you think about some of the historical Black Greek
Hmm.
organizations were founded in probably more of your northeast,
Hmm.
kind of Midwest, kind of that north, that more eastern kind of quadrant, when in the early 1900s,
Right.
because um, you know of those organizations back then,
Right.
and universities.
Mhm.
Also, I believe Alpha Kappa Alpha was also founded at Howard as well. So,
Mm. Okay. And I don't know the history like you do. Um, I just know that Martin Luther King was an alpha. That's the one thing I do remember. Um, I can't tell you all the other ones, but I do remember that
mhm,
he was also involved in the, I think was Coretta. I don't know Coretta Scott King. She was,
mhm.
I don't know if she was in any of the sororities. You may know if she,
Not
I
offhand. I don't actually.
okay.
Um,
I don't
but
either.
yeah, so um, it's it's been some. I'm not really sure. I was trying to think where Alpha Phi Alpha was first founded. I mean, I know they were the first Greek organization. Um, believe they were the first in 1906,
Wow.
and they were actually organized. It says here Cornell University. So,
Oh,
but they were the first in 1906.
wow. Wow, wow, wow. And look what now you have the Divine Nine.
Yes. Hmm.
Wow. I know a lot. Oh, one of our sons is a Kappa.
Okay.
So we were there when he pledged and everything. He was actually the president of the Kappas at Cal State Fullerton. He was there, and he was the president of the Panhellenic at the
Oh,
same time.
nice. Nice.
But I really talked with him. I said, son, I think you need to pick one. I think those being president of both of those simultaneously, and he was an undergrad, and that's kind of a lot. And you
It
still
is, yeah.
yeah. And then he came to me about a few weeks later, and he goes, Mom, I think you were right. And I can't remember which one he picked, but I just remember him picking one. And he's let the vice president, become the president of the other one. And I just said, because you're dealing with so many personalities when you're in these organizations. And he goes, you're right. It is. And though I wasn't in any of them, I understood the responsibility of it. I have nothing but admiration for all of it. I still have questions. We were asking some friends, like, why didn't you pledge? And I think it's because I was in volleyball, basketball, and softball in college.
Wow.
And that became my circle of friends in the sports. And I think that was why. It's all I can think of, because I was always gone on the road a lot. But I was invited to be a part of it. I just knew my commitment to do.
Right.
And at that time, you were online for 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
How long ago? Now I think they're online for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be it too. But I already knew I was in sports. That was my thing. And we actually went to national championships and things like that. So I just kind of
nice.
I went down that road. I can't. Nothing negative. But I
no.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Awesome.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Well, you enjoy your anniversary, which I know you will.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I know too. Let me ask you this, because as your daughter is in the entertainment industry, because that's what it really is as an artist, how does that affect you?
In a positive way.
Yeah.
So far I've always loved the performing arts and being involved in the performing arts and supporting the performing arts.
Yeah.
I was, been taking her to shows, whether, non-for-profit, local theaters,
Wow.
Broadway, different shows for decades and decades.
Wow.
And so I believe that it's important to have the performing arts, the culture, and to have really a very diverse background and be able to learn from the arts and be able to express, in the arts. So her being a professional now in the business and then the industry, I love it. I just, I'm enamored by it. I love supporting her. But it's also just like any business, just like, about any process. It's really interesting learning some of the things in the industry, particularly, with making films and movies, as you well know, along with also just the whole process and the business of her auditioning and trying to secure a gig. You have to have a lot of passion, persistence, patience, and of course, you got to be talented. But I love it. Yeah, and I love supporting her with it.
I know. And then she's also a writer. We forgot to add.
Yes. Although I would say, I know that's probably not her main thing. Her main thing is acting and performing. She's been doing that since she was born. And she loves creating stuff.
Right.
So sometimes you have to be also good at writing and putting down your ideas.
Right.
And so as a result, I think that product of also being a writer and trying to practice that craft so she can also be able to curate and create her own content to
Right.
produce her own creatives has been an avenue for her.
Well, I know too. The movie, the movie I saw Jasmine in, she did a fantastic performance. Um, and now I can't think of the name. You probably could tell me the name of so people that would like to see it can see it.
The movie she was just most
Mhm.
recently in was Terry Joe, Missionary in Miami.
Right.
She plays the role of Nikki. It was just released in January, and it's a to be original.
And so those of you that know who Nikki is, she is actually the waitress. So when you see the movie, that's Jasmine. And so
She's the waitress and the hairdresser.
correct in that
Yeah.
movie. She did a
Mm-hmm.
fantastic job. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it was I'm watching it going, you go, Jasmine. She really did. So I really enjoyed it. And Jazzy says, because you are protection, the world can be safe and they can truly want it when they need it. I think you were saying their money, Jasmine. I think that's what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And she said, I wish you good luck in prayer and continue to go on with your dreams and hopes and have a blessed and happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Let me see. I have some more. I'm just sitting in here. I mean, I didn't even think about. I totally forgot about putting Terry Joe in the working because that was filmed. Was that filmed in Florida or filmed in Atlanta?
It was filmed in Florida and Miami area.
Okay, I remember when I was
Mm-hmm.
watching it. I know they do a lot of filming
Mm-hmm.
in Atlanta. A lot.
Yeah, yes, they do. But this particular project was filmed in Miami, and the end of August, first part of September was blue blazing hot. So it was woo.
Was it?
Yes.
Well, that means it was humid too then.
Yes, it was hot and humid, but yes, it was good.
Oh, that's good. I know. I haven't been on set for a while because my goal is to get one of my get it past, so it will be a production. So I'm just
Yes.
trying to. I know I'm still hanging in. And when you say about patience, I'm listening to you because I need it like anybody else. I think we think I'm using it for example. When you write, you automatically think, oh, this is good, and we think that because you wrote it.
Right.
Not realizing there's so many people writing out there and their writing is good too. So you're up against just as when she's auditioning, it's you don't really know always what they're looking for.
That's true.
You
100%. You could kill that audition and have done backflips and done just a superb job, but you may not be the right, quite the right type. Sometimes it's, ambiguous. It may just say, give you a age range, 20 to 30, any ethnicity, and blah, blah, blah. And
right.
so sometimes you could have just walked on water and done such a fabulous job, but you may not have been the type that they were looking for. So, and again, sometimes it's too who you know. They may have already had, people in mind. So again, we're playing the long game,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
very hopeful, and
Yeah.
just keep moving forward.
Well, I have no doubt, I'll be honest, no doubt that we will be seeing Jasmine on the big screen and on Broadway and all. It's no doubt in my mind. It's just
Thank
all
you.
it's it's
Yeah.
timing, it's everything. You just as I am, I keep
Yeah.
writing. I said, one of
Yes.
these they're gonna pick up,
Yes. It's so true. Just
And
keep bending the universe in our favor.
yes, I like that bend in the universe. I do like
Yes.
that. But and the key, I think the key is you don't stop.
Yeah.
You just don't stop, no matter what. Like you said, always taking classes, always writing, always auditioning. And how many times have we heard someone say they've been in the industry for X amount of years, whatever, and then all of it to us it looked like it was an overnight success.
Yeah.
I have never met anyone that was successful where it was an overnight success. I've never heard of it. It normally never even happens. They have been doing that same, I think it was Steve Harvey said, he had been saying the same jokes for years
Mm.
and nobody gave him the time of day. And then one day he was asked to be on the Apollo and he did the jokes and all of a sudden his career blew up. So,
Yeah.
but he had been doing those jokes for a long time, but nobody, just
Yeah.
never that kind of thing. And
Hmm.
then it looks like it was an overnight success, but it never has been.
Yeah.
So just tell Jasmine, I don't know if she's there or not, but hi, Jasmine. I just want you to know, keep going. And when I see you on Broadway, you have to invite me to something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Be
I
doing a charter bus, and all the peeps will be coming to check her out. So
We have
yeah,
to because, and then you know what it is. No, I'm proud of her right now.
yeah.
You know what I
Thank
mean.
you.
I know people. We think that being a celebrity is this big thing or whatever. To me, she's a celebrity right now. I would be coming asking her for an autograph because of what I've seen her in right now. She doesn't have to go if she never did anything else. I know she will, but she's already a celebrity, and she probably does. She probably doesn't think that though.
I don't know. She's probably thinking like, okay, move off of me to get back.
She's
Uh,
probably like,
but
no.
inevitably, I obviously end up talking about her most of the time because that's she's my passion, and
Yes. Oh, that's your baby.
I pour everything into her.
That's
Yeah,
your baby. And you know what? And it shows. You've done a beautiful job, Mom. You
thank you,
really have. She is a
thank
sweet
you,
young lady. And yes, just keep it up.
thank you
Just,
so
just
much.
keep it up. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I know. Now, have you guys gone to see Joe Turner's Come and Gone?
Oh yes,
How was it?
we we um we thought it was good. Now I have read the play previously, and
Okay.
um, I thought in terms of just August Wilson's canon of
Mhm.
plays, they're really interesting. And
Right.
if you've ever heard of any of August Wilson's
Yeah.
plays,
hmm
Piano Lesson, um,
Two
just
trains running. Uh-huh.
yeah, so that kind of genre, and
Right.
I think it's the Pittsburgh Cycle, and so there's usually some kind of um, drama from a black African American perspective.
Right.
Um, but yeah, it was. I was glad we were able to go. We also for Mother's Day weekend we went and saw Proof, which was really good as well.
Oh, okay.
Um, Don Cheadle is the main actor in that, along with
Okay.
another actor. I'm going to tear up her name as AYO. She
Okay.
and Kara Young, who's an actress. She has been on Broadway for quite some time now. She was also in Pearly Victorious. She was
Wow.
in Purpose last year with Latanya Richardson Jackson.
Uh-huh.
That's Samuel Jackson's wife. She's won a Tony. And so
Wow.
so we've been to a lot of shows, but yeah, we did see Joe Turner's Come and Gone,
Wow.
Proof. Um, and then just recently we watched the movie that just came out this past weekend, Is God Is.
Oh, what did you
So
think about that?
I I I loved it. I thought it was great. It's deep,
Wow.
it's
I haven't seen
traumatic,
it. I haven't seen it
it's
yet.
emotional. Um, it's based on a play, Is God Is,
Uh-huh.
as well. It is. It's really powerful. I actually just ordered the play as well, so I'm waiting on it to get here so I can read the play. Um, but the movie came out this past
Right.
weekend, and it's
With
good.
Vivica Fox.
Vivica Fox, Kara Young, um, Sterling K. Brown.
Right.
Um, there's some other actors that you'll know and recognize.
Right.
Um, it's I thought it was good, but it is definitely a traumatic story. I will tell you that it's a traumatic story, but
Uh-huh.
I thought all of the actors did a good job.
Okay. Have you seen Michael Jackson?
I have not seen Michael Jackson yet. I want to see it though.
I haven't
Have
seen
you?
it.
Oh,
No,
okay. I've heard
we
good
still.
things.
I've heard good things. I've heard nothing but good things, to be honest with you, about it.
Hmm.
So it's really, I just haven't had a chance to go see it, but I've
Yeah,
heard really good things of people.
yeah.
I know that Janet Jackson is not mentioned in the movie, and neither is Rebe Jackson. But other than those two things, they felt like the movie itself, they thought it was good.
Hmm, interesting.
And there's going to be a part two. I think they said part two and a part three,
Okay.
because this one ends in like the 1980s or something.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I don't. That's what I've heard, and it cost 170 million to make it.
Whoa.
I know.
Wow.
Now that is a budget.
Wow.
So I can't imagine.
Yeah.
But then you're talking about a movie that's going to go a worldwide distribution.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, I definitely want to see it.
me
So
too.
yeah,
Me too, for sure, for sure. But
I'm
I'm
gonna.
not familiar with Carrie Young. You said that name. I'm gonna have to look her up
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
find out more about her. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like you said, she's been more stage than movies.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, no, I
I
don't.
think this might, and I don't want to put words. I have to look it up, but I think
Mhm.
this might be her first film feature.
Okay.
Her very first, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But I would
Okay.
have
Well,
to
definitely.
research that to make sure. But she's
I'm
been
gonna-
on Broadway though several years, and she
right.
won a Tony Award last year
Wow.
as well, or the year before that. I'm
Right.
losing track.
This. Well, I know with Joe Turner's come and gone. They've been nominated for 5 Tonys.
Hmm.
But as you and I know, being nominated and winning can be two different things.
Well,
So,
that should be coming up soon here in a couple of weeks, so we should find
well,
out.
the 20s is on a Sunday. Is it
Yeah,
on the
I think
second or
it's
something?
the seventh, but I'll have
The
to
seventh?
confirm that
Okay,
if
it
I'm
could
not
be.
mistaken.
I don't. I just know it's not that
It's
far
coming.
off.
It's coming up soon. Yeah,
Wow. I think
it's
I'm gonna have to
usually in
watch that.
June. It's usually
Okay.
in June. Yeah,
I'm definitely have to watch that.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to say this, Darlene. It has been a pleasure having you.
Thank
But
you.
I know we have a few minutes. Did you have anything you want to share with our audience before we go?
No, just really thank you for the opportunity to be a guest on your show, and I greatly appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for
You're welcome.
because you're more behind the scenes like Oliver is with me. So
Yes,
so
I'm
I was
I'm
so
normally
glad.
behind the scenes,
Yeah.
so yeah,
But the truth is, we do what we do because we have you. You're Jasmine behind the, her backbone or watching her back as Oliver is for me. And it makes
mhm,
so much difference to us to have that support. It just
yeah.
means the world. Yeah. So,
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that's your baby and you love her and I get
Yes.
that. But it means I'm sure the world to her too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you again. And ladies and
You're
gentlemen,
welcome.
this is our show for today. We're a little bit early, I think. I'm looking, I'm looking at the time.
Two 2 minutes, I think maybe.
You like a 2 minute. But oh, hold on. Before we go, I don't want to miss any questions. So I could have missed
Okay.
anything. Oh, this was Jazzy says she said, oh no, that we
You
got that
she
one. This is
yeah,
the
she
last
already
one.
told me that.
Here
Yeah.
she goes. She said, hope you both are blessed. Is that what you said,
Thank
Jazzy?
you.
Oh, have a blessed night.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Jazzy. Thank you again for coming. And we really do appreciate you being here, Darlene.
All right. See you
All
soon.
right.
Thank you. Take care.
You
Bye.
too. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for today. We want to thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. All of you that came out and those of you on the replay, as I often say, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll be back next Monday, same time, 5:45 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time, 8:45 if you're on the East Coast. But to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen, I find East Coast people stay up later. So it could be a 10:45. You guys, you have a whole different time. than we do on the West Coast. But I've definitely noticed that East Coast people, you guys are you're about your business. I will tell you that. Not that the West Coast isn't. I don't want you guys jumping all over me. West Coast, you're about your business too. But honestly, in my opinion, West Coast is more laid back. That's a personal opinion. So take care, everybody. I will see you in a week. God bless. Bye-bye.